Okay, we're dividing up the pies. Pie number 2, basic urban distribution shops. We've got 1,000 privately owned businesses that are willing to spend $50,000. Now, granted, we got a budget for this, but we'll see if we can't get them to go ahead and bid to let us put one of our basic urban distribution shops, our buds, in their local adult entertainment facility, like a casino, more adult-orientated hotels, things of that sort. So just on a purely subjective level, you get 1,000 of them together at $50,000 a piece, because it's an honor to have us there, and you have a projected annual revenue of $50 million. Now, pie number 3, we got to see pie number 10 for that. Pie number 4, Chug Grow Room application fees. We got 100,000 growers out there. Now, we know 100,000 is a very small number compared to the 40 million users. And we times them by $100 a piece, we come out with $10 million. With that, we give 10% to the United States Justice Department because we need to run background checks on these people. We need 10% to Health and Human Services to use as they want. It's not a lot of money. It's back to trickle up economics. It's a drop here or a drop there. So it's another $1 million for Health and Human Services. 10% or $1 million for United States Department of Education. And then 4%, $200,000 for the United States Department of Treasury for accounting purposes, because in the end, they're the ones who are going to make all this happen for us. And then the remainder stays with the Mom's General Fund. Pie number 5 is the Chug certification fees. 100,000 chugs, $1,000 a piece comes to $100 million. If my math is wrong, someone please get on me. At any rate, $100 million minus 25%, because these numbers are already counted for in the certification of cups. So 25 million out of it leaves us 75 million. Of that 75 million, 2% goes to actually making the Chug IDs. It comes out to $15 each is what it comes out to, and the numbers match. 4% United States Treasury. They're going to get 4% of pretty much everything from the mama and the papa, because they're the financial brain behind it all. But in turn, there's going to be major accounting against USTD. We're going to be up their nose as much as they are ours. But it's a nice friendly partnership as long as the numbers jive. And if they don't, someone's going to jail. 14%, $10,500,000. It is for the entity actually processing the IDs and the certifications. And I really want to recommend, since we're going to go to Homeland Security on this, that they use the military, because they're going to be needing the military for other reasons that are related. 75%, $56,250,000 goes to mom field inspections and operations, or the operations involving field inspections of the chugs specifically. 5%, a mere $3,750,000, ends up in the Mom General Fund. Okay. Pie number 6, Chug Grow Room certification fees, which are separate from Chug certification fees. 100,000 Chug Grow Rooms times 1,000 each is $100 million. 2% or $2 million goes to the Chug Grow Room certification certificates themselves. 4% or $4 million goes to Treasury for accounting. 4% goes to local school districts. So you got $4 million that's trickling up. In other words, let's say that the Buds was located in the Renton Highlands the nearby school was Highlands Elementary. Highlands Elementary School would get their trickle up out of this. 5%, $5 million participating local general fund. In that same example I just gave you, the city of Renton Highlands, Renton would take the 5% on this one. 5% or $5 million for participating local medical facilities. Well, according to the map, however it comes out, whichever hospital is close, I think in this case, it would be Group Health would be right down the hill from there. 5%, $5 million participating local police department. In this case, that same example would be the Renton Highlands or the Renton Police Department again. And in this case, depending on how we have it wired, and we should have it wired perfectly within the first 4 years, it would actually go directly to the precinct that the Buds was closest to. 5% or $5 million is getting participating state police forces. So in this example, the Washington State Patrol would take the 5%. 5% participating state general funds. This is interesting. Right now the state and the Department of Health in Washington State are trying to bum rush the whole program and basically call it a health program. To hell with the recreational users, it's a health program, we're taking all the money. Well, that's not how we work here. We're using trickle-up economics to make sure everybody benefits, as if our governor had it right in the first place. If she did, we wouldn't be so many billions of dollars in debt after she promised that we actually had a $3 billion surplus. It's just like her opposition said. So the participating state general fund, Washington State in this case, would get some money to spend. And then the 65% remaining would go to everything from field inspectors for the mom to employees to, basically running a business. And as you can tell, we run business tight around here. Oh yes, pie number 7, and we're still making money. Pie number 7 is the Chug Grow Room inspection fee, separate from the application and the certification fees, at only $250 a pop. In this particular case, we're going to go in there, our inspectors will make sure everything's happening. 25 million out of 100,000 chugs. 20% of that is going to go directly to our participating local fire departments. Once again, the trickle-up economic method. 20%, $5 million to our participating local building departments, because our building departments are going to want to go out and inspect. They're going to want to know what's going on, and they have other needs. They could use the revenue. 20% to our participating local public works, because public works needs it too, so there's $5 million trickling up. 4% to Treasury for accounting. They're making their money. Treasury, we're going to be accounting on you too. That's $1 million. And the remainder to the mom. Now here's a reminder. This is separate from this $250 per fire inspection fee. The fire inspection fee from the fire department goes directly to the fire department. The mom never sees it. That's $25 million annually based on this, based on the 100,000 chug grow rooms. Nevertheless, we're still trickling to our public local fire department, participating local fire departments, because we rely on them for a lot of things, don't you think? So, all these people here are heroes. They all got to be paid. They deserve something. Are we happening or what? Pie number 8 is the chug training fees. Now, we've certified them, or we're going to certify them. We've definitely got their application fees. 100,000 chugs, grow rooms times 1,000 each leaves us with $100 million. That's for that training there, 5%, $5 million for participating local fire departments, just like we talked about earlier, trickling up. 5%, $5 million equals participating local building departments. 5% or $5 million equals participating local police departments. Once again, always trickling up. 4% to Treasury as usual. And then the remainder goes the rest to mom. Actually, mom had it in the first place. This is what she's divvying out, so to speak. Now, pie number 9 is chug seeds. $20 million for the first year, and then after that, it's about half. It depends on when we have new chugs that are having to take 2 classes versus 1 chug. We do know that in this particular first year case, 4% or $800,000 goes to the United States Department of Treasury. It's always 4%. They're counting for us. They're making sure that all the money keeps flowing. And to say that they can't create a computer to make all this happen automatically, inside out, it's hooey. They got computers for everything. Hell, we can put a guy on the moon. We can do this. And remember, the remainder goes to the mom.